Hi, this is Ray Bryant with Eckleburg Workshops.
In this video workshop, we're going to discuss how to use MS Word styles to wrangle your settings and excavate the underlying brilliance of your narrative. You have a fresh new manuscript draft and it is beautiful and messy and a little overwhelming. You're wondering how to sift through all the words and sculpt this potential literary masterpiece hiding within the pages. It helps to think of the narrative process at this point as an archaeological dig. All the bones are hiding somewhere deep within the earth, and you must patiently brush and chisel them out. Once you have all the bones on your table, your first draft, you then have the fun of arranging them, rearranging them, and experimenting. If you're excavating dinosaurs and you prefer a strictly realist aesthetic, you know what your dino skeleton should look like when rearticulated. This is your dino plot in realism. But what if you want your dino skeleton to form an abstract or expressionist sculpture? Well, this is where the fun begins. MS Word offers a number of tools that can help you isolate and organize characters, settings, and more within your narrative. Let's take a look at how you can use the MS Word Styles tool to isolate and rearticulate your settings, allowing you to dig deeper and with more objective revisions. Make sure that your Styles tool is open and viewable on your MS toolbar before we begin. Also, make sure to open your left sidebar so you can track your headings. Here you can see that several chapter headings have already been created. Follow these directions to create your own. 1. Highlight the title you wish to format. Because we're formatting a chapter heading within a section 1 of this novel, we'll use heading 2. 2. Next, check your style attributes and make sure to modify the style so that it follows universal manuscript guidelines. 3. Now that we have our chapter heading created, we're going to create setting headings. As we read through the first paragraph, we realize that the characters are at a campsite. So we're going to add a line and type setting, campsite. Then we're going to use the heading 3 style to set this in our sidebar. 4. Now we'll find our next setting, the dam, and we'll label the setting the same way. 5. Notice how the settings appear in the left sidebar. Before long, we'll have an isolated analysis of our settings within the entire chapter, then in the entire novel, which will allow us to study and explore how our settings might relate to each other and how we can further flesh them out within the overall narrative. Now that we know how to create an isolated list of our settings, let's take a look at MS Word's outline view. In outline view, we can isolate the full manuscript by sections, chapters, and settings. Once you have this information in an organized format, you'll be able to let your imagination take over. Whether you are rearticulating a short story or a novel, the bones of your narrative are now ready for you to shape and reshape however you wish.
Thank you for joining us today at the Eckleburg Workshops. Don't forget to check out our free workshops online at eckleburgworkshops.com. And happy writing.